All right, so you guys see here we got a new package, and in this here package is going to be something that is going to really make the buffing and polishing that much better, and being able to get around the shop, because you guys know that I have a mobile cart when I do all my polishing, and all my other polishers are cordless and they're battery powered. So this is another addition to add to my setup with the buffing stuff. So let's unbox it and we'll show you guys what we've got and what we're going to go ahead and do with this thing to get a really nice job. All right, so let's go ahead and just get it cut open. And I've been wanting one of these for a while. You guys know that I have that Vivor random orbital, but that one there is a corded machine. So I have the Griots one, and I also have the Vivor one. And this here one that I picked up is the 15mm random orbital polisher, the M18 fuel. So this here was a kit that I had purchased, and this here kit comes with the battery packs. This is the XC 6.0, and it comes with another one. So it has two of the XC 6.0 batteries, the high outputs. Comes with the normal bag that the Milwaukees have, and then it comes with the charger. So far we've got the charger, two batteries, the bag, and then the actual tool here. So we'll go ahead and we'll open this up and we'll check out what this random orbital looks like. All right, so this here, like I said, was the M18, and they make a 22mm and they make a 15mm rotation on this. This here is the 15mm. I wanted one with a little finer of an actual lope. And these are kind of like the DA, where they'll have the 3/16 and the different pattern, which is a tighter pattern on the 15mm than the 22mm. So this is the one I've seen a lot of people recommend, and they said that this was the one that they liked better. So this one here goes from the 2650 all the way up to 5100 RPMs on this. So definitely a little different than the normal rotary. The rotaries don't go this high because they're not the same type of action. So if you had a 5,000 RPM rotary buffer, you'd be in trouble because you'd burn that paint immediately. But this being, it's an actual DA style polisher, you can have more on the actual RPM side of the actual polisher here. So this is pretty good. And the first thing I noticed about it was it's kind of like the ones that I have at work. They're all coated in rubber. So that way if you lay this down near the car, you won't scratch it. This is rubber, and there's a lot of rubber guards all around this thing to protect it and protect the vehicle as well. So we'll put the battery inside here, we'll get it charged up, and we'll see how this thing works. All right, so here's the bag. I went ahead and put my charger in because we're gonna be taking this thing to work, because that's where we're gonna be doing most of my polishing with this product here. So I've had the Milwaukees for my rotary. These aren't a cheap item, but I've had the one in the rotary, and then I've had my mini buffer for probably about 8 years now without a problem. So to me, paying for a good tool is definitely well worth it, because I can't stand having cords that I have to actually plug in, and then you're limited to how far you can go. So with this and then the rest of my setup now, I'll be able to get around the whole shop and get everything polished. All right, so here's the battery, and this one, like I said, goes in on the side. That way you have more clearance when you're actually polishing up the vehicle, because if this here big battery was turned, it would almost stick out further than the actual head of the buffer here. You guys see this has got like a narrow head on it. So being this is a longer battery, they turned it sideways. That way you have more clearance from the vehicle, which will be better. So you have less chance of hitting the actual car. So I wanted to break out the Griots one that I've used. This is the one I used on the video of the S10, and you guys see here I have it set at 3000. So this one here is a little bit noisier, and it seems to be a little bit shakier, but it definitely works nice. I'm not going to talk bad about this one here. I definitely like it. I just don't like having a cord for at work, because then I have to have it plugged in wherever I go, where this one here can go anywhere you want and not have any trouble with it, so you don't have to worry about that. So this one to me seems a little bit heavier for sure, which will be good when you're getting out some of them scratches with the weight of the actual buffer. Instead of having to push down heavy on it, you'll have a nice even amount of weight, and it's very balanced, this thing. The head of this weighs about the same as this, so it's kind of not wanting to teeter. And you guys can see here I have it in my hand. It's pretty easy to handle. So let's get a pad on it and let's try it out. All right, so this is what we're gonna test it out on. And this here is my golf cart. This is one I painted years ago in a Oriental blue over a planet green. This is a House of Colors UK candy. So this is a really nice color. And if you guys can see there, it's got a lot of green hues to it because it has a green base on it. So this is a nice thing to test this out on because it's out here and we don't have to have a cord. We're able to just take it wherever we want. So let's go ahead and try out this here buffer on it. And we're gonna be using this here pad here. This is just like a terry cloth style. All right, so this is the product we're using here. This is from RCP, and this is their two-step polish. This is a very, very good swirl mark remover polish. These guys are local and they're RCP America. They're all in the Tampa Bay area here. So this is their number, 1-800-689-9664. This stuff is phenomenal for the second step of polishing out the car. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put a little bit on here. So I've used a lot of these random Orbital polishers through the years, and the reason I like these is because they won't burn it. So you don't have to worry about burning it as much. I mean, you could burn it if you really tried to, but with this being a random Orbital, it's a lot less dangerous to burn stuff, especially for guys out there that aren't too familiar with rotary polishers. So with this one also, if you run around something up here, you won't have a chance of catching on it because it is a DA. So it's a lot less dangerous and a lot more forgiving. So far I'm loving it. It's smooth, and the only thing that I tell you, the real reason I got this was so that I don't have an actual cord, because all the other polishers that I use at work are all cordless. So my drills that I have the power balls on that you guys see that we sell on the website, as well as my regular Milwaukee regular padded buffer that they sell. So this will be a nice complement, because sometimes the clear is fresh. Being that we're doing production work, we have to jump on these cars fast. And the clear that I'm using is more of a glamour clear than it is a true production clear. So sometimes even the next day, it'll like to leave marks because it's still soft even after we bake the clear. So this is gonna be a nice step. Once you get done with your rotary, you can hit it with this and it'll eliminate a lot of those actual marks that it's making from the rotary. So I'm using my V4 right now for the moment, but this is gonna be the new one to take over. And I really like the Milwaukee products. I've got a lot of Milwaukee stuff as it is. So, all right, so you guys see, it definitely works nice. And this is a well-made product. Milwaukee stands by their tools, and I definitely wanted to add it to my collection of buffers because I don't want to use a cord. So if you guys are curious what this is here, this is the CC200 Sherwin-Williams Clear with the House of Colors Oriental blue over the planet green. And this was painted probably about 4 years ago. This is straight out of the gun with no polishing on it. So just wanted to show you guys the buffer in action. And this is a really good tool for you guys that are going to be mobile maybe, and you don't have access to power, or maybe you guys out there that want to do some type of polishing on your boat and you want to be away from the house, or if you're at maybe the yard where you keep your boat. Definitely something good to have where you don't have to have a plug-in cord. So just wanted to show you guys the new tool. We're going to be definitely taking it and doing some more videos at work with it, and fine-tuning up some of the jobs to make them look better. So I hope you guys like this one. Everything will be in the description below, and we'll see you on the next one.